Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast. Little bit of a breaking news slash pick'em podcast. Max, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, Juan. How are you?
I'm good, bro. The Damian Lillard trade dropped on our fucking heads, blessed us with some content gold. All right, so excited. Going to be talking football, basketball. It's been a while for basketball since the finals. So I'm excited, man. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below any thoughts, opinions that you guys have. Let's get the show started, bro, off bat. All right, so Max, let's go through the trade. The Bucks, of course, receive Damian Lillard. The Blazers receive Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, to Tormani Camara. I don't.
Yeah, no,
I
yeah, I
can't
don't know how
say.
to say his name.
I can't say this guy's fucking
Tumani
name.
Kamara.
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 There you go. Not the real Alvin Kamara, but 2029 first round pick and 2 pick swaps. And then the Suns receive Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nazir Little, and Keon Johnson. So, reactions, Max. Initial reactions.
Man, I'm genuinely shocked because we live in an era, Juan, where if you want to get traded and you have a destination, you get there. And I would have thought Damian Lillard doing what he did for the organization of Portland would have kind of got his wish in that matter, even if it meant taking a little less. I believe we talked about this in prior videos, talking about, you try to do them right. But I'm just shocked by Portland. I'm glad for Portland, the organization, because like they just did what teams should do. It's kind of worry about themselves and kind of like say F the players' remarks. Now, if the packages were similar and I'm the GM, I'd do right by my guy. But if it was like, oh, we're offering you Tyler Hero and here's a first, we're Dame. Like, no, you made the right decision. You got 2 quality pieces, Drew and DeAndre. The 2029 first round pick, depending on what Giannis does, it might be valuable, might not be. But at the end of the day, Juan, I love the trade for pretty much everyone involved. Phoenix didn't really do much. They got a couple more NBA players on their team. They got four guys who can play now,
Yeah.
instead of just having DeAndre Ayton, which I think helps them in the long run.
Yes.
And that's my initial thoughts, Juan.
Yeah.
And I know I can't see you right in this minute, so just like show me, just tell me.
Well, look, I love the fact that the Bucks got Dame. I like the fit better than what we seen from the Heat side, like their sides of trades. But Phoenix getting off of DeAndre Ayton, I think that's pretty huge because they were taking so long with this trade since last year. Everyone was saying the Pacers maybe. Pistons were thrown out there for a little while. They finally got off of them. They got some depth that they absolutely need. And then on the Blazers side, nothing crazy, but it sounded like no one was going to give them something crazy for Damian Lillard. I think you got to kind of take your losses and be like, hey, we got Drew Holiday.
What do you really expect to get for him, though? Like, what do you expect
Well,
to get?
some people were saying like, hey, maybe they should wait out. Like there was that Toronto like rumor that 4 picks in it and OG Anunoby and Scotty Barnes. Like, I don't know how true this was, but those were the rumors that I was hearing. And for them to get Drew Holiday, a legit player, they can still compete for this year. Because they still got some dudes. They got Shaden Sharp. They got a couple other rookies that they drafted. Like, they're ready to go. Like, you can pick them to make the playoffs this year, the Blazers. They don't suck.
No, they absolutely don't want. And I think it comes down to this isn't a regular season trade. Like, this move is to get them back to winning an NBA championship. One, I just went and pulled up the stats. One, for all the things, Drew Holiday was great defender. Obviously, they're going to miss him on that side.
Yeah.
In 23 games in the finals run, he shot 40% from the field, 30% from 3. And I don't know if I know I remember, I'm sure you do, but maybe for like the casual fan who doesn't really remember, there were some really horrific playoff games with Drew Holiday, like
Yeah.
8 for 21 shooting, you know, 0 for 10 from 3. He averaged 17 a game, but he damn near took 17 shots to get it. And you're getting a guy in Dame that has just been one of the best postseason performers in recent memory. For all his shortcomings, you're going to get high level 3-point shooting. You're going to get a maybe not the playmaking of Drew Holiday, but Dame's no slouch in that regard. But I think the build, like he's going to space the floor better than Drew, and he'll probably have the most efficient season of his life because one, he's the second slash third best player on their team, and obviously they're still going to run through Giannis because why
Yeah.
wouldn't you? He's young. He's a force. He's going to draw double teams, and it's different kicking the ball out to Dame Lillard versus Drew Holiday. And
Yeah.
I didn't talk about this one. The ball in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go is in his hands. It's
Yeah,
in his hands.
that's huge. I
And that's
was
different than Drew Holiday. That's different than Chris Middleton. This is a clutch performer that they haven't had.
because Giannis is just not that guy. We all know that. He's not that guy as far as last second they need a three, like forget about it. They're gonna go to Chris Middleton. And Chris Middleton, let's just be honest, this last year it looked bad. He was coming off that injury. He was not himself. Obviously, they're not quitting on him yet because they're planning on playing with him with the future with this whole Dame and Giannis team. But it just reinsures you for those late game situations. There's no question who the ball's gonna go to. It's gonna go to Dame, who's one of the best closers. And to me, it's reminiscent of a Jimmy Butler trade with the Sixers a couple years ago. How maybe he's not going to have a big impact during the regular season as far as stats wise. Like they're still going to run through Giannis, like you said. But to have that closer during game 6, game 7 on the road, and you need this guy to either heat up or take that last shot, Dame is who you fucking want. And
Mm-hmm.
that's all you can ask for, bro.
Now, he's not the same Dame of 4 years ago, 3 years ago. He's been through some stuff. He's 33. But the way he plays the game, it's going to age good. He's not a guy who's just solely athletic. Like, yeah, he's sneaky athletic, but his game was based on the shooting. And his shooting, I don't think's really declined much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And for a Damian Lillard fan, say you're, Rip City, you love him.
Yeah.
He's never been in a good basketball situation. And I mean by this, he's not playing next to CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
He's not playing next to Munchkin point guard number 2.
Yeah.
He's playing next to a legitimate defensive caliber, like all defensive team member, defensive player of the year in Giannis, defensive player in Brook Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
It's really built for him to not have to worry about, oh shit, they're going to pick on me. And they will. They'll hunt him in the playoffs like every team does. But he's not outmatched. Like, yeah, it's finally nice Damian Lillard has a backcourt or front court help to kind of just hide him off ball and not worry about him. Now, they have to address the shooting guard position because they traded Grayson Allen 2-1.
Yeah.
But you can find it. Wesley Matthews, somebody will just do the dirty work, shoot threes, not do much. This is a really good team one. We agree Budenholzer deserved to get fired. And I have one question. Would you rather include a Middleton if you were a Bucks fan than Holiday? Part of me's like, if you're worried about the knee, yeah, throw a Middleton. But if the knee's good, I'd rather have Middleton than Drew for this team.
You see, that's a good question because you would love to be a fly on the wall when this deal is going down on like who
You have
they
to think it's one of those
prioritize.
two guys, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. My thinking
because they don't
though,
want Brook Lopez. Because maybe they want Drew because he's younger
yeah,
and he's got trade value. Because Drew's gone. He's not staying there. Like, whatever. Who cares? Why would he stay there?
it could be a Chris Paul situation though, where you think they're gonna trade him and they wind up keeping him.
But difference is one, Drew Holiday's nowhere near at the level Chris Paul was in those. Like, he's 34, Chris Paul. He was 34. He was kind of washed. I mean, no, I don't want to say washed up, but he had kind of run his course. Really, it was like his 5th team. Drew Holiday's like 4th team, but like his stock, I would still say is a top 30 player in the NBA. Like, how old is Drew Holiday right now? 30? if
Yeah,
that.
at least. I wouldn't be surprised though, Max, if he
Oh,
stays on
Drew
the
Holiday's
Blazers.
33.
Yeah, oh
Wow, I
shit.
didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he stays on the Blazers, Max, and they run it with him. Like, would you be that surprised if the Blazers got like the
Yes,
fourth seed?
yes, absolutely. They're going to be bad next year.
I don't think so.
I think what you do is you try to rehabilitate Aiton's value,
Mm.
and then you try to trade him too, or you keep him in the future because DeAndre Ayton can't be much older than 23, 24. But I'm off with ages today, so I don't know. I'm kind of scared right now.
But as far as picking
25 on
25, yeah, he's young as shit.
Been in the league 6 years.
That's crazy. That's insane. As far as the Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday thing goes, I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Middleton was thrown as the first option, as the Bucks wanting to get rid of him and wanting to keep Drew Holiday and have that, guard combo, the guy that can play defense and then the other guy that can play offense, like best of both worlds. But who knows? We'll never know. They traded Drew Holiday. They kept Middleton. Big risk, regardless, keeping those guys, one or the other, because one's old and the other one is coming off an injury. Didn't look too good last year. And let's just be real with Drew Holiday. Another thing to throw in there, he got fucked up by Jimmy Butler in the playoffs. Like, I can understand anyone else getting fucked up, but it's like, dude, we brought you here to play defense and you're getting done up by Jimmy Butler pretty bad.
I
that was
agree,
part of it.
But I think Drew Holiday is made for not Jimmy Butler. He's made for guys like Dame. You want him to chase the small ball handlers. You need a big guy you need a Vanderbilt.
And
someone who Jimmy just can't smack up like Munchkin eyes.
Yeah, let's give them credit this way though. They won a championship. They got the most out of them that 1 year with the defense.
Oh yeah, it already worked.
Yeah, it already worked. I'm just talking in regards of last year, but Dame on the Bucks, man. I'm gonna say if they were at would you consider them a 7.5 before this trade? Does it move? How much does it move the needle for them?
It moves it. I would say it moves it like a 0.5. But I'm also curious to know how their coach is gonna just change stuff. Like, it's very interesting to me, like Budenholzer leaving, because there were so many times
the
where
5
we were like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing right now? So I want to see Adrian Griffin. If I see a well-oiled machine, I might be like, oh, this really could help out.
Well, yeah,
Giannis. The game's offense now. It's like you can play defense all you want, but you can't really play defense.
One thing that bugs the shit out of me, and I know it bugs you, I think we've definitely talked about this, is Giannis needs to get his ass on the defensive end and guard the best player and stop with this whole roaming shit. I think when there's certain times in the game, put him on the best player. Huh? That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping it's coaching. Because I'm pretty sure Giannis doesn't have a problem guarding the best player, but he's a coach's guy. So we'll see.
What can you do?
Another thing to bring up before we move on, Dame going to Milwaukee. I mean, they are trading him there. There ain't shit there. Is that gonna affect them at all? Is he gonna be pissed off with this, or is he just a team guy?
I think the taste of winning will quickly solve him not going to Miami. I would say, if you asked me, and I don't know, maybe Dame didn't want to go to Milwaukee. I bet he was like, damn, like I could Milwaukee. The Heat just went to the finals. They're close.
Right.
Then you're like, oh shit, the Bucks. Well, I like Giannis. I like Chris Middleton. We have two All-Stars. I like the Bucks situation for him for winning more than the Heat.
True. It's just going to be weird, man. You always got to throw the human element into it. And it's like, you are going to be living in Milwaukee. How long are you going to... Like, he's a big city guy for the most part.
Winning help. Oh, yeah. Is Portland a big city?
I would say it's a bigger city than Milwaukee. Yeah.
Well, Milwaukee and Wisconsin.
Yeah, exactly. The Wisconsin. But... I'm excited to see it, man. Big blockbuster deal. DeAndre Ayton, get your shit together. You got your wish. You're out of Phoenix. I am excited to see what he does in this situation, whether he stays on the Blazers or gets moved again. I think I'm going to disagree with Max. I think the Blazers are better than people think, and I wouldn't be surprised that they're 4 all the way down in the playoffs for seed wise. I think they got a lot of young guys. You throw in DeAndre Ayton and Drew Holiday into the mix. I think you're working with something. Is a championship? No. And they're in the middle. I understand that. But don't sleep on the Blazers, man. Anything else on this trade, Max?
No, I think we hit it all. I was shocked that it was Milwaukee. I like it. Push your chips on the table.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Shout out my boy Andy Goodman, only Bucks fan I know. Shout out. Shout out to him, brother.
Damn. Oh, shout out because he might be watching this clip if we make a clip. But shout out to the blowout feature. The guy, you might remember the dude that had the yeah, he was a Bucks fan, man. So shout out to him, bro. Hey, he was a Bucks. They were winning a championship a couple years ago.
I mean, I've seen 5, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah. You know, we live in LA. We don't see those around here. Okay,
not anymore.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the pick'ems. Okay, we got to go over this record. Max caught up.
Fucking bath this week,
Sheesh. I went 10-6. I went 10-6. Max had a good week. He went 12-4. Got 2 games on me.
10-6 is pedestrian. I hope you go 10-6.
It's all right. It's all right. Look, I'm still 1 game up. I'm fine. I'm fine in the West, as John Morant likes to say. I'm fine in the West. All right. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a good week this week. Got a couple disagreements, but let's go.
Oh, we got a lot, brother. Brother, this might be a bad week for you or me, brother. I'm just saying. There's a lot.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to Thursday Night Football. Okay, we got the Detroit Lions going up against the Green Bay Packers. This is one of the best games of the week. I'm proud for the NFL slating this one on Thursday Night Football, but I am very, very excited. Max, what are your thoughts on this one?
It's not your Detroit versus Green Bay. There's no Aaron Rodgers. You know, I know we're going to say that about every matchup in the NFC North this year, but we got a team, Detroit, who's really banged up right now, but still playing amazing football. Jared Goff, he had 1 bad throw last week, but still they controlled that game. But I really like this Packers team, and you can say what you want about Derek Carr kind of getting hurt. Let them get it. That defense is real. Jordan Love, who had his worst game, still just found enough to do to win the game. I'm leaning towards Green Bay. Christian Watson said he's making his debut. I would love to see Aaron Jones get back in the mix because he's criminally underrated, Juan. Criminally underrated.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough matchup. It's really a toss-up. The spread is like 1.5. I think Detroit's favored in this game. And that just shows how close it is. Like, you know, people are split.
Yeah. Both of these teams with great performances last week. Look, man, I think personally the Detroit Lions took it personal, that loss against the Seattle Seahawks, specifically their defense. They got fucked up by Kenny Walker and the Seahawks. They responded very well this past week against Atlanta, who's one of the best teams as far as running wise. Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, them boys came and they failed straight up. Detroit locked down everything. Aiden Hutchinson had a good game. That's without C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Very exciting to see what the Detroit Lions defense can do. So I'm saying that's going to be the key in this one. Is if Detroit defense can show up like they did last time, it's going to be big because it seems like Green Bay, like, let's just be real, man. Jordan Love looks fucking incredible. I know he didn't have a good first half and maybe not a good third quarter, but that fourth quarter, bro, it's what we've been seeing the last 2 weeks before that.
And the Saints defense is a real one. Look, I'm going to put it in, like, I'm going to give you a matchup that I'm thinking is going to let the team I think win. I think the Packers D-line is going to get after Jared Goff, force him into looking like the old Jared Goff. No. Look, Taylor Decker's out. Penei Sewell moved to left tackle. They're banged up. No. Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, Kenny Clark, Van Ness. These boys are for real. Devontae Wyatt, kind of curious to see if he can kind of pop. We got a couple Bulldogs popping in Philly. Maybe one will pop off in Green Bay. But I think that's going to be the key for me. That's why I'm going Green Bay one. I'm going with Green Bay's D line is going to wreak a little bit of havoc and give them just a little bit of edge. This is going to be a close one, regardless. But I think Green Bay's D line will give them the edge.
I got a close one too. I'm gonna go with the Lions, man. I am. I like what I seen last week. I got 31-30. It's gonna be a close game. I'm scared as shit of Jordan Love and Christian Watson coming back with Bakhtiari and all them boys. But I have confidence in this Lions team, man. I'm very excited to see this game. I think it's gonna be one of the best games of the week, and it's a shame that it's on Thursday night because sometimes Thursday night games can be a little weird.
Exactly. And, Kirk Herbstreit's going to just butcher it with all his bullshit. I'm going Green Bay 28-27.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Atlanta and Jacksonville. This one is a 3-point spread. Jacksonville coming off
in
that.
London?
London
game?
London game. 6:30.
London?
You going to wake up at 6:30, Max?
Not for this shit. Hell no. Hell no.
All right. Tell me your thoughts about this one, Max.
I think the London thing's always a little weird. You have to factor it in. Maybe one team comes out flat. I want to pick Atlanta, but Desmond Ridder, you're not a good quarterback. He's criminally making Kyle Pitts look not good at football. Kyle Pitts gets open once a week for 45 yards, and the ball's never there. Jacksonville is going to respond. They can't go 1-3-1. That's bad, especially against this Atlanta team, who I think is good. I think maybe a little bit overhyped. I like Atlanta. The run game is for real. The defense is stingy, but Jacksonville can't afford to go 1-3. You have to take care of business after they laid an egg against the Houston Texans. I'm going to go Jacksonville this game. It will be close. It'll be a really good game for London fans. See Bijan, Etienne, Lawrence. No one else really on Atlanta because they can't get the ball to the boys. I'm going Jacksonville one. I'm leaning there.
Yeah, look, Jacksonville, man, I rewatched the game. Part of it because I wanted to see CJ Stroud. Everything that could have went bad. Fullback returning a kick. Block field goal by Will Anderson. Tank Dell going deep on him.
Miscommunication after miscommunication.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley. So many just bad drops. Some horrible drops in that game. It was really tough to see. But Atlanta, on the other hand, man, like, I have confidence in them, bro. Like, I know Desmond Ridder bothers me, but I just think they're so talented in running that ball, and their defense comes to play most of the time. Like, I think they can get it done, but not against the Jags. I think the Jags got too much to lose. They lost to Kansas City. They lost against Houston. It's time to get right. It's going to be a close game because, like I said, Atlanta's a fucking pain to deal with. But I'm rolling with the Jags also, man. 23-20. Max got the Jags also 28-24. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the AFC East battle. All right, Miami, Buffalo. Man, I can't wait for this one, Max. This is the Tua, what you got? I'm hoping he shuts up Max this week. That's what I'm hoping
I got nothing negative to say about his puny arm. I got nothing to say. No. This is a test. And there's nothing wrong with a person calling someone out like, hey, Tua, I like what you did the first 3 weeks. Started off hot. Hey, one thing, though. Chargers defense, not impressed with. 70-20, Denver quit that game. The Patriots game, you didn't play your best game. Still, there's things to like. Now, this is you go into hostile territory. You're going against Josh Allen. This is a big game for Buffalo. You don't want to let this team go up 4-0 in the division, have a game on you. Then you have to go to Miami. It's going to be tough, man. Like, people are going to say, oh, Tyreek Hill, look what he's doing. It's different when it's in the Division One. You know it. I know it. These teams know each other. Hey, I would be really surprised if Tyreek Hill took this game over. You know, he had a good game against Denver. Sean McDermott's not going to allow Tyreek Hill just to run by Buffalo.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm rolling with Tua. Uh, I hope this game, it kind of shows the doubters on, you know what, he's for real. Bills defense looked very, very good last week. Had 4 turnovers on Sam Howell. I know it's Sam Howell, but it was a team in Washington that we're kind of raving about, man. The offense was rolling, and Buffalo made it look easy. But this Dolphins team, man, I mean, for the first 3 weeks, Max, it's looking like the greatest show on turf in 2023.
Absolutely is, yeah.
It's fucking.
Absolutely. I mean, they beat a team 70-20.
Yeah. And with all these pieces, man, I don't think Buffalo's going to be able to hang, bro. I really don't. I don't think they're going to be able to hang. I think it's going to take some huge playmakers on their defensive end to really stop this, which I don't think they have. I know they got a lot of turnovers, and Matt Milano's been playing good, but I think you need like a Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack, some just game wrecker on defense to put a dent in this Miami Dolphins offense. And Buffalo just doesn't have that. Like, I would like their chances a little bit more if they had Vaughn, because Vaughn really does step up to the plate in games like this, and he goes off. But I don't see it, man. I'm rolling with Tua. I'm rolling with the offense. I hope he gets a big win in Buffalo. I kind of wish that this game was in December, just because, you know, like the snow,
Yeah, absolutely.
more action to it.
I'm just glad it's not in Miami, so where like everyone can cramp.
Yeah,
you know. They don't have the defensive playmaker, but they have one guy who always is going to give you a fighting chance. That's Josh Allen. Yeah. He's capable of carrying a team on his back. He's capable of matching to a blow for blow. Look, I'm going Buffalo, man. 28-27. I think it's going to be a really tight game. I'm going to be very interested in how Tua plays, how Tua responds to adversity. Because one thing about Buffalo, they're going to have something cooked up. They're not just going to get 70 ran on them. I'd be shocked. They're not the dumpster fire Denver is on schematically. They have talent. Matt Milano's really good. I want to see how they attack the RPOs, because now you have 3 weeks of it, and I can't imagine Buffalo's D line is going to get pushed around like Denver. Like the running holes mean you could have had 100 yards last week.
Yeah,
it was bad.
This could be the typical, like, hey, team looked really fucking good last week, and they come out and they lay an egg. That is a possibility that happens in the NFL a lot. I just feel like Buffalo still has some flaws, and nothing of last week really confirmed anything. I know Gabe Davis had a good touchdown, but
his one sighting a year.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of surprising that guy's a captain. Noticed that the other week. But one thing to say about Miami is, imagine if they had Jalen Ramsey playing.
Yeah, that'll be a good. I wonder if they'll have Jalen Waddle too. So they need Jalen's.
Yeah, they need all the Jalen's they can get. All right, moving on to the worst game of the week, man.
Loser goes home in a body bag.
Loser leaves the NFL. How about that? Just for 1 year. Just for 1 year. These are historical.
The rest
teams.
Of the year.
Rest of the year. Just go home. We'll give you guys Caleb Williams. You guys will be fine. But, you know, basically this is the Caleb Williams Bowl. So I'm going with Denver, and I'm pretty sure you're going with Denver too, Max, right?
I have to, man. I think this game will be close one. I don't like what I've seen from Justin Fields in a lot of the games I've watched. I went back, I watched some videos on it, watched some tape. The footwork's bad. Mm-hmm. The reads can be bad. There's so many problems in Chicago. Whether it's receivers not block, Chase Claypool continues to disappoint me week in, week out. It's just not good, man. Their lack of talent is so evident, but I don't think Denver can blow this team out. Denver is just as big a mess, if not more. So I think it'll be 21-18, but let's ride.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
I'm going with the more desperate team, and I feel like Denver's that. With Chicago, man, I feel like I'm saying this every fucking week, but like, I expected Chicago to be bad. Did I expect Justin Fields to look this bad in the first 3 weeks of the season? No. But I honestly, when I look at the film, I see a guy that's not confident. and I see a guy that looks like he's thinking about it way too much. And I feel like that's a coaching issue, man. And I've just learned over the years, man, sometimes we need to not be so, gun happy as far as like calling a guy like he sucks, because I feel like there's just been so many situations where, hey, different coach, different team, like this guy can succeed. And we've seen it with multiple guys.
Geno Smith.
Yeah, Geno Smith. So don't give up on Justin Fields, man. They may lose this game, but I feel like if Chicago loses this game, it's not going to be a bigger deal if Denver loses this game. Like, this is
Denver loses this game, yeah. It's like Sean Payton might not make Urban Meyer levels. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So, worst game of the week. Okay, Caleb Williams Bowl. Let's move on. Let's go to Baltimore and Cleveland with kind of underrated game, man. Look, defensive wise, I'm ready to call Cleveland one of the best defenses in the league, at least top 3. No doubt about it. Their defense is absolutely
hard to argue
insane.
With that one. Hard to argue with that.
Deshaun Watson played his best game as a Cleveland Brown last week. They got some things going. I'm gonna say it again. I think the fact that they don't have Chubb anymore and Deshaun Watson has to carry the offense a little bit more, and he's the vocal point, is really turning out good in the Browns' favor, man. And with this defense, you gotta be excited, man. They're fucking relentless, man. And they just been stacking up fucking draft picks for the last like 7 years, and they're all just fucking dominating out there. That's how it feels with the Cleveland Browns.
Darius Smith was such a great addition to this team. I've been seeing JOK get into it. Still isn't the guy I thought he'd be. Mm-hmm. Love him though. It's hard to pick this game. It's a real toss-up, man. Baltimore should be 3-0, and that's what I'm banking on. They're going to be like, you know what? We had a golden opportunity. Let's remind Cleveland they're the little brother. Let's remind them we're the real Cleveland Browns. I want to see Lamar improve. I want them to get it to Zay Flowers. So it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a close one for sure. Because both these teams, I wouldn't say, are built around their offense putting up points, right? Mm-hmm. They both have good defenses to great pass rushers, linebackers. It's like, hey, there's no Myles Garrett on Baltimore. Hey, but there's no Roquan Smith on Cleveland. Or Patrick Queen or Marlon Humphrey. They have Denzel Ward, Marlon Humphrey if he plays. And I know Baltimore's banged up one, but I'm going Baltimore in a really close game, 27-24. I think Lamar is going to get this done for me. Help me get back in good graces in the standings.
I can't go Baltimore, man. I got to go Cleveland. I'm sold on the defense. I think the defense is going to make some big plays in this one. And I'm just going to be honest, man. The Ravens wide receiving core, besides Zay Flowers, is fucking pedestrian. It really is.
Odell included?
Oh, yeah. Odell didn't play last week. He can't stay healthy. It's like, how are you going to depend on a guy like that? I got 26-20 Cleveland, man. I don't like what I've seen from Baltimore. I think they're a little phony 2-0 going into it, and them losing to Indy last week. Like, that game should have been over. It really should have been. When Gardner Minshew had that safety, the game was like getting out of hand for Indy, and they let him crawl back in it. You got beat by Gardner Minshew. I know it was a controversial call at the end with the whole defensive pass interference, but you weren't supposed to be in that situation in the first place. So I'm going Cleveland. I think they're going to turn things around. I like what I've seen from the offense. And that defense, bro, it's impressive. It's very, very impressive. Let's move on to Pittsburgh and Houston, which I'm going to have a close eye on this game.
Sneaky game, yeah.
Sneaky game, man. Pittsburgh favored by 3. Kind of crazy, man. I think if you're a betting guy, watch out for the Houston Texans. Maybe we're kind of, getting a little bit too antsy about the Texans and giving them more credit than they should be. But I went back and I watched some film on CJ Stroud, and I got some of the highlights playing as we're talking about it. This guy, he played fucking phenomenal, man. And I'm talking about
a lot of high-level stuff.
High-level stuff, man. It was just stuff that you kind of seen in college a little bit, man. Like, he seems like he's so comfortable in the pocket, and he's going through his progressions, and he doesn't really make a stupid mistake. The best way to explain it it looks like he's playing against Georgia in the championship game. Like that's how he's playing right now. And you got to give the Houston Texans some applause because it looks like they fucking hit the lottery. That's how it's looking like for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Will Anderson looks the part. CJ Stroud looks the part. One. I would love to have picked them this week. I was a week early when I picked them. I think Pittsburgh is going to dominate the line of scrimmage. One thing we said about the Houston Texans, awful blocking up front. Awful. TJ Watt might have 3 sacks. He might ruin the game. I'm going Pittsburgh 21-10. Would it surprise me if Houston won? Not at all. Not one bit. CJ Stroud is the best player outside of TJ Watt on the field this Sunday in that game. He is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's crazy how he just flips games for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because I'm confident that if TJ Watt doesn't play against the Raiders, I think there's a good chance they win that game. That's how dominant he was. But I don't trust this.
What could have been?
I don't trust this Pittsburgh's offense. I don't think it looked good at all. Besides the big play to Calvin Austin Pickens. Calvin Austin. I don't like what I've seen. Jaylen Warren's a better running back. They seem not to care. They keep on running Najee Harris to the ground. I like what I've seen from Houston. Their defense, Jimmy Ward, Willie Anderson, CJ Stroud and them boys, 20-16. Go ahead and bet Houston, man. I think they're going to make a lot of money this week for a lot of people. All right. Let's move on to Minnesota and Carolina. Minnesota is favorited.
This one, guys.
You can't. It's tough, man. They lost last week to the Chargers, but Carolina, they kind of looked a lot better with Andy Dalton. Adam Thielen had a good game.
I just think they're just a veteran. He's a veteran. Yeah. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah. But I don't think Justin Jefferson's going to allow the Minnesota Vikings to lose this game. That's who I'm betting on. And Kirk Cousins, honestly, can you really say he's been the problem for this three game losing streak? He's been playing fine.
It's bad turnover. It's a fumble by Justin Jefferson. It's a fumble by Rager or Addison or Madison.
Yeah.
It's not all on the quarterback, guys.
Right.
It's not all on Kirk Cousins, as much as we love to blame the guy.
Kirk Cousins, I believe, if he's not number 1, he's number 2 in touchdowns, passing yards, I think like air yards. He's fucking lighting it up right now. So can't blame it all on Kirk, man. And, last year they won a lot of close games and the ball's just not going their way this year, man. Regardless, Carolina's not that good of a team. They have a lot of injuries going into this one. No JC Horn, possibly no Bryce Young. I can't go with Andy Dalton. I got to go with the Minnesota Vikings, man. 24-20. Yeah. Max got 31-18.
Yeah, this is not a fun game. Who cares about this one?
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Rams, who we seen on Monday Night Football. Honestly, it confirmed a lot of stuff for me. They're going to be feisty. They're not like an elite team or anything. Like, I don't think they're a playoff team, but they're a fucking handful to deal with because
I think they're way more feisty than I thought they'd be.
Oh, yeah. Like, wow, 100%. 100%, man. They go against Indy this week, who we don't know if they're going to play Anthony Richardson coming out of concussion protocol. What's the news on that, Max? Do you have any info?
No, he's still just in it. I'd imagine he'd play one. I would imagine he'd play.
Yeah. I like my chances, though, with the Rams winning. I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't pick them, but this will be a good game to bet on with the Rams because Indy is just going to be one of these teams where you can't trust. You can't trust Indy as far as wins-wise. I know they beat Baltimore last week, but they're just one of these teams where they can bring it one week, the next week they look like a completely different fucking team. How do you feel?
I agree with you on it. Like you said about the Rams, they've been feisty the whole year, which I like. I thought they could have won that game. They could have won that game if Sean McVay deserved the flak. Like, hey, buddy, you're allowed to help the left tackle. He can't block shit. You're allowed to help him, man.
Yeah.
But dude, I want to see the team with Cooper Kupp. I really want to see it.
Yeah.
Really want to see the team with Cooper Kupp one. And I'm going to surprise you right now. I'm going Rams 21-20. It's going to be a tight one. Yeah, I think maybe they make a couple mistakes. Ahkello Witherspoon, the ugliest cornerback jersey in the football right now, 44. Ugh.
Had a nice pick on Monday Night Football, man.
Oh, it was a beautiful pick.
Yeah. I'm rolling with the Colts, man. I got a close one also. I want to see if Anthony Richardson plays. Maybe he can bring a little bit more dynamic to this game and beat them by a couple more points, but I can't go with the Rams, man. I really do like what I see from the Colts D line at times and their linebacking core. Like it's just hard for me to pick the Rams consistently.
Me about this game.
Yeah.
Scares me.
Yeah. Let's move on to the NFC South. All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are favored at home. Max, how do you feel about this one?
I feel scared if Derek Carr doesn't play. I know Jameis Winston. We all want to give him props for being a cool, funny guy. You know, eat the W's, whatever. If he plays this game, I'm feeling confident in Tampa. Last year, they kind of they destroyed him. That defense in Tampa is pretty freaking good. I don't think what the Eagles were able to do to them is really replicable by the Saints, especially without Alvin. Kendry Miller starting, maybe rookie. You just can't trust either of these quarterbacks. And honestly, I would say Baker Mayfield has played good to this point.
Did you say Kamara? You said Kamara was going to play, right?
No, he's suspended this week.
No. He's coming.
No?
It's only 3 games. Yeah, it's only 3 games.
I thought you guys suspended 4. Okay, hold on. Let me just double check. I think you're right.
It's 3 because I got him in fantasy. I got to make sure my boy's back in 3
playing.
games.
Okay, I still don't think it's replicable what the Eagles do and just bully you around.
No, they don't have enough.
One because I don't trust Jameis Winston. If Derek Carr plays this game, I'm going to switch my pick. That's a rule. I can do that once a week because I make the graphics.
Stop.
That's you, buddy.
No.
Going 20-17. That'll be a tight game. I just don't trust Jameis.
Look, I don't trust Jameis, and as much as I love Derek Carr, little history on this injury, man. I was hearing Ryan Clark talk about this injury. I heard it's a fucking pain to fucking deal with, man. It's just one of these things that linger, and I don't see Derek Carr being the same. I think this injury is going to really much affect him if he does wind up playing. And if he's hurt, man, the Saints are just not the same. We said it in the beginning of the year, like you can tell this team had a little different giddy up with Derek Carr in the lineup. Jameis Winston makes way too many mistakes. I know Kamara is coming back. As far as them winning, I don't think it's going to be enough, man. I got to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Straight up.
You picked the Saints.
Did I really pick the Saints?
You picked the Saints, bro. Get out of here, because.
No, that's a mistake then. I think I texted you wrong on there.
Oh no, brother.
Whatever.
You're in.
Since
You're
I'm
in,
up,
brother.
Since I'm up, yeah. I'll do it. I did have it a close game though, right? Let me check my score.
It's a field goal, but come on, brother, come on.
I hate you, and you picked the goddamn Bucks. Oh my god, I'm gonna get fucked with that one, Max. I hate you so much.
I love.
That's what happens when your co-host makes you pick on fucking Monday night.
I don't give a shit, brother. I got shit to do.
All right, let's move on to Washington and Philly. All right, look, folks, bet the Bucks. All right, for the pick'em's sake, I might get a win with the Saints, but watch out for that Derek Carr injury, man. It's gonna be big. All right, Washington and Philly, your team. Look, your defense is ridiculous, bro. It's absolutely ridiculous. This can be a potentially trap game though. Washington coming off a bad week. Philly looking good. But
if I'm a bettor, I like 7. 7's a lot of points.
It is
in a tough division game.
It is, but it's like Philly just looks really good, man. Like the holes that they were opening up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man.
Well, this is a stout defensive line we're playing. Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Montez Sweat, Chase Young looks really good. This is no slouch, man. Hey, the defense was not the problem last week. Sam Howell kept turning the ball over every chance he got. Look, I'm going Philly. Pride. I'm going picking Philly every week, probably, unless Jalen Hurts gets hurt. 31-21. This will be a tight game. I would not be surprised if it's one possession or less.
Yeah,
This will be tight.
I'm gonna go Philly too, Max. I believe I got 30-19. But one thing to watch out for is if Eric Bieniemy can just scheme it up this game. And, offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, they love to take these games against these elite teams. And it doesn't mean they're going to win the game, but if
Eric Bieniemy has some ideas too.
Exactly.
Super Bowl, he carved us up a little bit.
Exactly. And there's something to be said, like, if he can do something on offense and really strike through this Phillies defense of talent or whatever, watch out for other teams to replicate it. That's how this league goes, man. It's early in the season, so maybe Bieniemy can have the blueprint for other teams coming forward for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right,
I'm with you on.
Let's go ahead and move on to Cincinnati and Tennessee. Look, Cincinnati.
Oh, I hate this game. I hate picking this stupid game.
Rematch of the playoffs. Both years. Didn't they play each other 2 years in a row in the playoffs?
No, I don't. Tennessee didn't make the playoffs last year.
Just 1 year.
They upset them the year Tennessee was the 1 seed, though.
Gotcha. Okay, so Cincinnati 1.5 point underdogs. Take that with a grain of salt. Look, man, Tennessee's really bad, but the Bengals just don't.
Say they're bad. They're just. It's just matchups, man. Like, that front's really good.
Yeah.
Bengals front's bad. The O line's bad. And Joe Burrow's hurt, and they're just gonna. They aired it out 50 times with a hurt calf. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It scares me.
I just think
it scares me that they can't do shit on offense. That's not throw the ball.
Yeah. Look, I think it's gonna be a close game, but I just don't see Tennessee being able to cover Jamar Chase. I don't. That's a horrible matchup for them. They don't have a corner for him. And sometimes
we think that about them, but like they didn't really. Man, they're just such a pain in the ass team. Like, can't you see Derrick Henry just fucking them up?
But
it's like, I know the Bengals are good. It's just there's something about this game that makes me think it's going to be really freaking close.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be close too, because the Titans are gonna tighten it up. That's the best way to put it. They love to fuck up games like this. How good did Dax Hill look, Max, on Monday Night Football?
Really good.
He is fucking, blossoming right now. I love that Bengals defense. Yeah, I love Dax Hill, bro. But one thing to say about Tennessee, man, is I think it's very concerning that, like, Derrick Henry is getting outsnapped again by Tyjae Spears. Like, just something to keep an eye on. Something to keep an eye on in Tennessee, all right? Let me go ahead and show the scores for the audience, but something to keep a close eye on. 24-23 Bengals. Max has Bengals also 17-14. All right, let's move on to the Las Vegas Raiders, all right, going up against the Chargers. Max, you want to go to this game, bro? Maybe, take a trip to SoFi? Go see the Raiders lose?
No thanks.
Come on, man.
Go? Maybe I would love to be with you, and I would love to watch your team lose. Like, that would be really cool.
You've seen the worst of me, bro. I've gone to Max's house to go watch games at some of the worst games ever to watch.
I feel like I think one was the Chiefs. Yes. And it was like, what? Why? Yeah. One was going through it that day. Look, I'm really high. Me and the Chargers. I got to pick them every week. For 2 years straight, I picked them almost every week. Look, I think this is going to be a close game. Not because I think the Raiders are good. I think the Chargers are just stupid. 27-24. One thing I'm interested in is J.C. Jackson going to play this game? You think he'll actually play?
Healthy scratch.
He's got a warrant out for his arrest.
Healthy scratch.
Mike Williams is out too. So
for the season.
Out for the season. Hey, the good thing they drafted a really tall wide receiver in the first round that doesn't really do much. So I want to see Quentin Johnson.
Yeah.
We liked you coming out. We didn't love you like a lot of people did, but it's time to step up, bro. Justin Herbert needs you right now.
Yeah. Look, I don't think this matchup really favors the Raiders, man. The Raiders are not good, and I'm just gonna say this.
Jimmy G though.
Jimmy G.
You're hoping he doesn't play, right?
I kind of hope he does, not in a sense because I think he's better.
Oh my God! No, you were crying for Aiden.
They're not gonna start Aiden, Max. They're gonna start Brian Hoyer.
They're gonna play. Oh my!
That's why I'm pissed off. Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna take this time to say, what the fuck are you guys thinking playing Brian Hoyer? At this point, you're making it fucking known you don't want to win this season. Play the damn rookie in Aiden O'Connell, man. I swear, if I see Brian Hoyer take a fucking snap for the Raiders, I'm going to lose my damn mind. I'm going to lose my damn mind.
Go live on the Instagram. Why don't you record it so we can see it?
Oh, my God. I probably will, dude, because I'll be losing my mind. Like, how stupid is that, Max, to not play Aiden?
I don't think it's that stupid because I think Brian Hoyer probably gives you a better chance to win.
No, I don't think that. I mean, who the fuck? Why do people keep on saying that? Brian Hoyer.
I don't think Aiden O'Connell's that great, asshole. Because he had one good preseason. You're like, oh, I mean, blow him.
Wouldn't you rather see what the fuck the rookie has? We know what Brian Hoyer is. We know what he is.
Winner.
He's a fucking backup. No, he's not a winner. He fucking loses. Go ask 49er fans how Brian Hoyer is. Brother. Stop it. Stop that. All right. I'm going with the fucking stupid ass Chargers, all right? Fucking kill me.
I like to hear it.
31-17 cuz Brian Hoyer might fucking play. And if he doesn't
24. Chargers can't win big, guys. They can't win big. They got to make everything a nail biter.
And if he doesn't fucking play, it's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo, who is, just as bad, okay?
All right. Was on him week 1, guys.
Stop. I was not on him. I got video fucking proof, Max. Shut up. All right. Let's go to Dallas, okay? Everyone's expecting them to win, what I've been hearing. Kind of a trap game. What do you think of this game, Max? New England and Dallas.
I don't take it. Has anyone really been able to? So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Cardinals laid the plan out to how to beat this defense and how to expose weaknesses. If Arizona could run the ball on you for 200 fucking yards, 300 yards, the Patriots can't. Patriots love to run the ball. I think the Patriots defense is going to be really stingy. I don't feel Dallas is going to score that many points. One, the way Mike McCarthy's been kind of keeping Dak under wraps and kind of controlling him and saying, "Hey, don't lose the game for us." Dude, I got New England winning by 21-21.
Wow.
Could I be complete? Would I be surprised if Dallas come out there and whoop their ass? No, not at all. But maybe if they lose this game, maybe we knew they're fool's gold all along, and they're not the team that's the best in the NFL.
Yeah. Look, Max. From a fan perspective, coming from a Raider fan, I hope you're right. Okay, because I love to see Dallas fucking lose, but I'm gonna give Dallas this 1 week. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Lost Trayvon Diggs last week before the game due to an ACL tear. And the Cardinals punched them in the mouth. They look like a team that hasn't recovered, especially the defense, as far as like morale-wise. And Dak Prescott looked bad, but I don't trust this New England Patriots offense. I don't.
Did you hear they're all afraid Zeke's going to give them the answers to the how to stop the offense?
I did see
they
that.
Got Zeke. Yeah, I'm hyped. I got New England. That sold me.
That
was it.
And they might sign Will Greer because he knows all the signals.
Oh, I would. Yeah, he knows where the bones are buried. Yeah. You guys are stupid.
Dallas, please don't fucking fail me. Show that you're still one of the most dominant teams in the league. You'll be fine. Take care of business. All right. I'm going Dallas. They got the score right here. 20-17.
I got it 21-20. Real close game.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's go quick on these games.
Arizona, San Francisco.
It won't happen 2 weeks in a row.
You don't think so?
San Fran. No,
I'll take the points. I will take the points.
I wouldn't. I think they're happy. They got their one. They blew their load last week, guys. They blew their load.
Well, I got them covering just enough. I got 35-23 for this one.
I got 40-20. This would be a bad one, guys.
San Francisco, though, man. Anything to say on them besides like how dominant they are?
Try not to get hurt. That's it, really. They're kicking ass.
Debo got hurt last week already. He has that rib injury. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the bad Brock Purdy game. I'm still waiting for that. All right.
I think that was last week.
Did he really play that bad though?
No, but I think that is the bad game. That's just the way this
Kyle
team is.
Shanahan won't allow it. Unless Trey Lance is quarterback, he won't allow bad quarterback play. All right, let's go. Let's go to Kansas City going up against the Jets. This was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes. Of course, we didn't get that. The Jets are 9.5-point underdogs. Look, news is coming out of New York. They're not happy with the quarterback situation. Shocker. Specifically the defense. The defense says you should when you hold a team to 13 points, you should fucking win the game. I absolutely agree.
Pissed off about the O-line too, you think, or just the quarterback?
Probably just the quarterback.
Okay. Yeah. Just want to make sure. The defense is like, oh, O-line sucks. It makes us look great. Thanks. Yeah. This is not a fun game one. Maybe with Rodgers, yeah. Kansas City 24-10-1. They got to sign somebody. You got to at least get someone else in the building. I'm not saying sign Carson Wentz and give him the job or Cam Newton, but you got to try to bring somebody. I honestly, if it was me, I know it's a distraction. Cam Newton, Carson Wentz, all guys I'd consider over Trevor Siemian. What the fuck is he going to bring you? Nothing.
Yeah.
At least you have a chance to be okay. This is what I think about Carson Wentz and Cam. It's like a gun. You shoot it 5 times. Yeah, it might blow off 3 of your fingers, but maybe you blow off one of their fingers once or twice. That's my analogy I just thought of. So that's what I think about. If Trevor Siemian's I only fire once every 10 seconds. Once every 10 shots I fire. Everything else is
the sea monster is not the plan here. It's not the move. All right, look, I think the dam's gonna break this week with the Jets. I think it's gonna be ugly on Sunday Night Football. I think their owner Woody Johnson is gonna force the hand of management to go out and get a quarterback. I'm hoping it's Jimmy G, get us some compensation for him and let Aiden O'Connell finish the rest of the season. But hey, that's just me talking. Other options out there, like Max said, Cam Newton, Carson Wentz, if they want to go that route. It just can't be Zach Wilson. I think as far as right now, Max, I know it's not all on him, but he's causing a distraction at this point because it's all about him.
It's not him. It's the media, and they just do this to quarterbacks. It's not like it's his fault. I don't want to
blame him. But the defense is speaking out about it.
Yeah. No, I get it. But it's not like the media's yeah, he's some jerk who's not studying. It's no, they're just not happy with his level of play, which I get.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say he's yeah, he needs to be better. There's no doubt. He needs to be better. There's meat on the bone for him to have, and I just don't think he has any confidence in himself or has looked the part. The pressure coming in for Rodgers after one game where you don't know what happened to him is different than oh shit, it's me now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the guy.
Right.
And I don't think he's up for it. And I think this is going to be the worst team in New York this year.
Oh, man. All right. Speaking of New York, let's move on to Seattle and the Giants. This is Monday Night Football. Giants are favored by 1.5 points. That's kind of shocking to me. Seattle looked really good. I would take Seattle all fucking day in this one.
Mm-hmm. I take Seattle straight up to win this game, guys.
Yeah. Let's talk about Seattle a little bit. They looked good against Carolina. I really like what they got going on in this backfield as far as running back wise with Kenny Walker. Charbonnet had his snaps go up this week. Just a lot to like about this Seattle team and their defense, man. I was doing some film work on Devin Witherspoon, and I know Christian Gonzalez has been getting all the hype and much deserved. But Devin Witherspoon hasn't been playing all that bad, man. He had 10 tackles last week. He's an Energizer bunny. It looks like he has the same type of hype as college.
He's basically just their slot corner, though, which I'm kind of surprised by.
Yeah. I want to see him with Tariq Woolen a little bit more because Woolen was out last week, and I want to see them play a little bit more together. But it seems like he's bringing an attitude to the Seahawks defense that I like.
Feisty guy. They're getting a pass rusher back this week one. I don't know if you saw the injuries. Who's playing? Jamal Adams coming back.
Yeah.
See what he can do off the edge. I don't know how long you're going to take me seriously. No. Jamal Adams, for being a part of one of the worst trades in NFL history, is a good football player. I don't want to sell him short. Maybe he can infuse some Like, dude, if he's 80% of himself, like that's a lot of talent they're getting back. Like, I don't want to like.
I mean, he might
I don't
be
want to say
shot
he's.
though.
Yeah, absolutely could be shot.
Yeah.
He's had 3 injuries in a row of the same shit.
Yeah.
But I like even if he's not good, like that's fine. You have other good players on your team, which is crazy. Like Seattle's talented. Yeah. I like them in this one, 21-15. The Giants, they're not a dumpster fire. They're just missing guys that are banged up, and they're not that talented.
Yeah, no Saquon. I have it a close game just off the simple fact that, hey, this team hasn't played until Thursday night. They're going to have a 10-day rest. They got physically embarrassed by the San Francisco 49ers.
In the second half. Second half. They were fighting though. I don't want you to say it like that to make them seem like they rolled over and died like Denver. They didn't go down like Denver.
Their offense did.
Their offense is bad. Yeah, they can't do shit.
Yeah. Vanilla Vic, man, I need you. I need you, baby. I got you in fantasy.
I like that name.
I need you. And just do something against the Seattle defense. Try to do something, all right? Saquon killing me. All kinds of shit. All right. Any more thoughts on any of these games, Max, before we move on?
Who's your lock of the week one?
My lock of the week is going to go Kansas City, okay? Against the New York Jets, Sunday Night Football. I'll be totally shocked if the Jets come out and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm kind of shocked that you're picking the Niners. Do you really want to play with? You want to play? You want to play with Arizona again?
I'm doubling down. Like you ain't doing this shit two times in 2 weeks, buddy. You know what? I think the Jets playing in front of the New York, Zoo York. I got to wait to my boy Zach. Zach with his back against the wall. Hungry dogs run fast. Honestly, bro, I just can't go down with you again, brother. Can't go down again with you.
That shit's gonna be funny if Arizona takes your soul twice. We might have to name them the Soul Takers if they take you again.
The Undertaker or some shit. Yeah, that's bad.
All right, man. I think that's gonna do it for the show, though, man. That's all the games. That's all the picks. We hope you guys enjoy the games on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday Night Football. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's very much appreciated. Helps out get the channel out there, get us bigger. Follow us on all social media platforms. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. That's now called X now, whatever the fuck it's called. Max
X Twitter.
Yeah, X Twitter. Max_Juan Cast. All right. That's our name for the majority of the things on social media. All right. Besides that, we will see you guys Monday morning. Till then, we out. Peace.